I declare this convocation open for the presentation of graduates for the degrees in business.
It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Dutta to address us today. Mr. Dutta, please.
Professor Chantasun, Chancellor and Chairman, SIM University. Professor Chung Hikiat, President, SIM University. Graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is a defining moment for me as I stand in front of you, humbled. I want to take a moment to congratulate the graduates for their effort, determination, and resolve that culminates in this ceremony. I have walked down this path and I know how challenging it is, intellectually, emotionally, and physically. Graduates, you have successfully delivered upon the effort, expectation, and aspirations of your professors, your instructors, your employers, and most importantly, your families. But this morning's ceremony would not have happened without these sources of support. So let's take this moment to thank all the people that have supported you, and of course yourselves, for this fantastic accomplishment. I also want to let you know, graduates, that your employers are particularly very proud of you. So I cannot think of a better moment for you right after the ceremony to go up to your employers, go up to your boss and ask for a pay rise. Okay? My tip for the day. Okay, so where do you go from here? There is a big, exciting world out there waiting for you. Woody Allen, the famous filmmaker and actor, says in his movie, Side Effects, that the future holds great opportunities. It also has pitfalls. The trick will be to avoid the pitfalls, seize the opportunities, and be back home by 6 o'clock. Okay? So you deserve success, but you also deserve quality of life, both, not one at the expense of the other. You've already been exposed to the work world, unlike other graduates from other institutions. Great for you. The world out there is competitive, it is demanding, and it operates at light speed, passing through fiber optic cables. Our world is always connected and always visible. Your good and not so good deeds will be magnified manifold, thanks to the technology trappings that we have all gotten used to, cell phones and social networks. Someone, somewhere, is always watching you. So be self-aware. It is a stressful thought. And I'm totally with you if you think that it's stressful. But I think it is okay to be mildly stressed as long as you stay aware of this very important reality. I have been tasked today to deliver the commencement lecture. I'm expected to share with you some ground rules that will potentially enable success in your journey going forward. Fortunately, the baseline rules have not changed much since the day I first landed in Singapore in August 1991. That day, I wore the wide-eyed visors of a 20-something with dream in his eyes, who had never ventured to a foreign land, leave alone work and succeed there. It is also very hard for me to provide you the formula to navigate through your professional career's Formula One track in a 10-minute lecture. So let me touch upon 4 techniques that have served me well, and I truly believe that these can also help you. So I hope you're ready for it. The first, keep the knowledge thirst alive. Benjamin Franklin once said that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. You've already committed to acquiring knowledge by enrolling and successfully completing this formal coursework. Remind yourself that you're not on a fat dieting program. You are on a lifelong commitment to healthy eating. Else, the knowledge premium that you hold today, that is your competitive advantage, is going to wear off pretty quickly. The data in your memory will progressively erode. Even if you have a very good retention capability, new concepts will rapidly replace the old. And if you don't work on it, you will soon be obsolete. Keep learning, stay foolish has become cliche. But it's a very meaningful cliche. Knowledge will de-risk your endeavors in an unpredictable and an uncertain world. Knowledge will give you meaningful returns to the time you invest. Knowledge will accelerate the results that you seek. And knowledge will protect you from professional pitfalls. Need I say more? Second, get addicted to building value. What do successful leaders do with knowledge? If knowledge alone could guarantee leadership success, then the world's corporations, with all due respect, would have been run by librarians and research scientists. The virtue of every successful corporation on this planet and the leaders within them, or even people who have become corporations in themselves, is their ability to create value all the time. Create value and distribute it for the benefit of the people around them. Value comes in different forms, and let me give you some examples. First, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has created that sold all those albums and got her an incredible fan following around the world. New age technology companies like Dropbox have built software platforms that let people store and carry their work and personal data, collaborate with friends and coworkers, all in the cloud. Users can access their information from most computers and mobile devices. 1 billion files, including this particular speech, are saved on Dropbox every 48 hours. And these files are then accessed by 50 million people around the world from 250 million devices or more. That is value. Value is created by Make-A-Wish Foundation. Their mission is to enrich the lives of children with life-threatening medical conditions by granting their wishes and making them come true all the way since 1980. This happens from the combined resolve of 25,000 or more volunteers and thousands of sponsors in 47 countries who have facilitated over 100,000 wishes around the world. And almost 1,000 of those wishes have been granted in Singapore alone. So value emerges from challenging conventions, even if your assumptions are wrong, simply because you're giving birth to an alternate thought, an alternate idea, an alternate approach. Steve Jobs quipped in an interview in the mid-90s, just prior to his return or his second coming into Apple, that existing conventions and rules are made by mortals with capabilities and deficiencies like you and me. If mortals made these corridors, why cannot other mortals like you and me go and change those corridors and make them better? This powerful thought alone can change your life. Put your knowledge at work, pick an area that interests you, and create your value wherever you go, at work, in the community, amongst friends. I promise you there are so many opportunities around you that you'll be spoiled for choice. If this sounds confusing, let me make it even more simple. Let me give you a mental cue that I use myself. Every day, look out for something worthwhile that will not happen if you don't do anything about it. Then go do it. Third, know what to do with time. Time is your most valuable asset. It is available to you in equal fairness, irrespective of your financial worth, unlike other assets. What I mean is, you have the same amount of time that a billionaire does. Henry Luce, who founded Time magazine, once said that he owns time, but has only 24 hours of it and no more every day. So does it not make sense to know how to best master it? According to Wikipedia, Vilfredo Pareto lived in Italy from 1848 to 1923. An engineer by training, he was also a sociologist, economist, political scientist, and philosopher. In an illustrious career, his greatest gift to the generations that followed was a principle that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population. What made that principle referenceable even today, and the reason I'm mentioning it, is its broad applicability. 80% of profits for organizations come from 20% of customers. 80% of company sales come from 20% of the products. And most likely, 80% of your future accomplishments will come from 20% of the activities that you do. The discipline to seek out the 20% activities, however challenging they are, and abandoning the human nature and comfort to try to go after the easier 80% activities that dilute your time asset, is what knowing what to do with time is all about. Invest your time well, and you will sow the seeds for becoming an accomplished investor. And remember, as Woody Allen said, you got to get home by 6 o'clock. So time is even more important for you. I've observed many successful people, and they are laser focused in filling up their calendars with the 20% activities that will deliver them the 80% of the results. The moment we slacken, the other 80% that delivers 20% or even lesser impact has a notorious habit in grabbing your time and sneaking in and moving you in directions that are of less worth. Fourth, self-branding and communication. No man is an island. Success at work and play is hard to attain all by ourselves. We need people. We need organizations to support what we want to do. Knowledge and value are wonderful differentiators as long as they can be communicated simply, interestingly, and confidently. Your audience today are very different from the audience 10 years ago. The world is overloaded with information. Distractions are plenty, and attention spans are dramatically short. So brand yourself like organizations do. Your capabilities, your accomplishments, and your differentiation from others must shine through crisply and honestly. Practice your pitch every day and share it with anyone who cares to listen. Pitch yourself like Coca-Cola does, like Apple does, like Nike does, and like Samsung does, every day. Use every vehicle that the connected world and its social networking platforms provide to say who you are and what you're good at, and say that with honesty. Nothing happens overnight, but slowly and progressively you will see your brand build. Your career will be constructed on this platform, and do not therefore be shy in building it. I'm not talking about vanity. This is not vanity. This is reality. So in parting, let me tell you this. After the celebrations are done tonight, and you go about your life starting tomorrow morning, 20, 30 years from now, you will kick yourself for the unfulfilled desires that you did not go after when you had the time and when you had the opportunity. Whatever you would have achieved by then will hardly be able to console you for the missed opportunities that you will look back upon. So rev up your engines, know the rules, but take your chances, and sail vertically away from the safe harbor like Christopher Columbus did. Set out to find success where others might not even be looking. Dream, search, venture, grow. Thank you, and best of luck.
Chancellors, we are honored to have Mr. Deb Dutta, Managing Partner, DMN Corporation LLC, as our guest of honor today. On behalf of the university, we would like to invite you to present a memento to Mr. Dutta. I declare this convocation closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the assembly procession retires.